Hi, this is Paul from Nutrient Nirvana. Today I'd like to talk to you about fats and the reason why they don't make you fat. So everybody needs fats in their diet. Foods like sugars, carbohydrates, pastas, breads, etc., cakes, biscuits, soft drinks, sugar. It used to be known as the White Death. These are the foods that actually make you fat. We need animal fats in our diet for various reasons. One reason is that our brain needs a constant supply of cholesterol. It's made up of around 40% cholesterol, and without a regular supply we end up with all sorts of neurological disorders like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia. And foods that have been accused of making us fat, like butter, eggs, meat, those foods are what we really need to thrive. Those are the builders in the body. That's what sustains us. So meats are really builders, and plants are cleansers. And that's the way we should see things, despite all the propaganda and all the Google information at the moment about this subject. It really is upside down. So human fat is almost identical to animal fats. This is why it's so much easier for our digestive systems to deal with compared with plant fats. Plant fats contain gluten, and you all know that gluten is a major problem in the Western world at the moment. So plus you've got to consider people with gut issues, with that have led to autoimmune disorders, chronic illnesses. All disease begins in the gut. So people with gut issues, and there are so many people out there at the moment with gut issues, they should not really be consuming plants at all. They should be sticking to an animal product diet. Your meat, your butter, your fish, eggs, dairy. Those are the foods that your compromised gut can deal with. Whereas with plants it really can't. I recently interviewed Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride on this subject, and she said that the only thing that can consume plants on this planet are microbes, and due to the acidity in our stomachs, when we're hungry it falls below 1. We just cannot deal with that. So really, people with gut issues should not be consuming plants. All traditional cultures around the world, indigenous tribes, etc., they've always understood this. They've always understood that meat is the best food there is. They've always hunted meat, and they only ever turn to plants when meat is scarce. So that's a very good indication. And when you consider that some of these tribes have men in their 70s and their 80s who are still going out hunting with the younger members of the tribe, I mean, can you imagine that in the Western world at the moment, you know? So really that's a very good indication that we need animal foods. We really do. The best way to consume plants, I believe, is to ferment them. Because by fermenting them, the whole process of fermentation pre-digests the food for us, plus it destroys the anti-nutrients like the oxalates that plants contain. So when you weigh it up, I'm not saying, you know, don't eat plants unless you've got a compromised gut. Then really you should just be sticking to animal products, animal foods. But the things that actually make you fat: sugar, carbohydrates, the processed foods, fast foods, artificial sweeteners. Look it up. If you research it long enough, you'll find out that artificial sweeteners are not only really dangerous, things like aspartame, calsulfame K, those sort of artificial sweeteners are really dangerous. Plus they make us put on weight. We actually put on weight when we're using or consuming those artificial sweeteners. So soft drinks, especially cordials, fizzy drinks, these are the things that make you fat, along with lack of physical activity. So really we should all be looking to our ancestors on this subject matter. we should be thinking along the lines of an ancestral diet, you know, before supermarkets, when people really knew what they were doing. Things have got to become deliberately confused these days. You know, science has become politicised. There's a lot of propaganda out there. I think the people, the controllers of this world, would like everyone to be vegan because it's much more profitable compared with animal farming or animal husbandry. So yeah, these are my thoughts on it. So fats do not make you fat. If you've enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. I'm from Nutrient Nirvana. We sell all sorts of nutrients, adaptogenic herbs, Celtic sea salt, some really good stuff on my website, which I'll link below. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.